Here is what I did to implement the Grobovoi codes into my life and to use them to manifest. Slowly, things are materializing. I have to meet, my manifestations halfway. I have to do the work. A lot of time, the work that I'm doing is the self-healing, that inner consciousness work that I'm doing on my subconscious programming, and I mirror that into my life. So I use EFT tapping to tap on my meridians to do that, but then when I write specifically exactly what I want, no reservations basically about what it is that I want. I'm decisive, I'm direct, and communicating directly with the universe, which is my higher self. So I'm communicating exactly what I want. And all I did was write down the Grobovoi codes on this contract basically that I'm creating with the universe. And then I folded it up and I set it near a plant and I put crystals on top of it. And then the next step would be creating that trusting relationship with your manifestation to materialize. For example, I manifested a trip to the ocean to stay near the beach and to be in an environment that I truly love being in, near the ocean. The energy of the ocean is so peaceful and calming to me, and all I did was write down Grobovoi codes for abundance. And then I wrote a contract with the universe, which I cannot reiterate this enough, is myself. Okay? It's my higher self and me connecting into the frequency of my own abundance. If I can envision it in my future, if I can see myself doing it, then I've already done it, and I'm drawing it into my life and materializing it because I've worked on my subconscious programming, and I believe that I have it, that I already have it, and that I can have anything I want. Another thing that I manifested is a blue Subaru for our family. I had a dream about 3 years ago that we were going to be getting a blue Subaru. And then after that dream, I wrote it down in my journal and I just kind of left it there. And I knew that at the time that we were intended to have that, it would come into our life. Then when I wrote down everything that I wanted a few months ago, and I used the Grobovoi codes for materialization, for abundance, for an increase and expansion into my own finances, into my own abundance and wealth, things like that. That's what I focus on, but I trust it, so I focus on it enough and create a relationship with trusting it. And lo and behold, 2 days ago, I found a Subaru that worked for our family, and my husband went to go look at it yesterday and he got it, and it was within the price range and the mileage that we were comfortable with having. We live in New England on the East Coast, and he does a lot of driving for work, and we do a lot of driving with our family recreationally to go around here. So we wanted something that had already been used. It just made sense. Anyhow, I went back in one of my journals and I looked and read, because I remembered writing down that I saw us buying a Subaru, that I knew that that was coming into our life at some point. And it said a blue Subaru. And it's so funny because I had been looking for vehicles, and not specifically a Subaru, but looking for vehicles and coming across only white vehicles, which was so weird to me because, number one, I've never had that color of a car. I've always had silver. And not because I chose silver, it's just what was available. But anyhow, those two recent manifestations were between April to now. And the one in April happened within 2 weeks, a vacation all of a sudden that I wasn't planning on, that I was open to receiving. And the vehicle happened within a couple days, really. So the Grobovoi codes do work. You just need to create a beautiful relationship with trusting that your manifestations are materializing. And if you don't believe that you can have what you want, or if you don't believe that your manifestations can materialize quickly, then you have some subconscious programming to do.